Some of us feel a quiet whisper inside, a call for adventure, for the unknown. It's a gentle tug, a persistent curiosity that grows louder with every passing day. Sometimes, it's a longing for places we've only seen in books or heard about in stories, a yearning to step beyond the familiar and into the extraordinary. For me, that whisper became a steady drumbeat, impossible to ignore. For me, that call was Brazil, a land that seemed to pulse with life and promise, a place where every corner held the possibility of discovery. Brazil was more than a destination. It was a dream that shimmered on the horizon, waiting for me to reach out and claim it. Pictures and stories weren't enough. I wanted to feel the sun warming my skin, to hear the lyrical flow of Portuguese in the air, to see the vibrant colors of the houses and the lushness of the landscape with my own eyes. I wanted to taste the food, breathe in the scents, and lose myself in the rhythm of a place so different from my own. It wasn't just wanderlust. It was a need to connect with something bigger. I craved the feeling of being a small part of a vast, interconnected world. I wanted to meet people whose lives, traditions, and stories would challenge my own perspectives and open my heart to new ways of seeing. Brazil promised vast landscapes, vibrant cities, and stories waiting to be discovered. I imagined trekking through the dense Amazon rainforest, where every step would be an adventure. I pictured myself swept up in the energy of carnival, dancing in the streets with strangers who would become friends. I dreamed of wandering the lively streets of Rio de Janeiro, soaking in the music, the art, and the endless movement of life. I longed to meet people whose lives were nothing like mine, to share meals and laughter, to listen to their stories and learn from their experiences. I wanted to understand what it meant to belong to a place so rich in culture and history. This was about more than sightseeing. It was about transformation. I hoped that by stepping into the unknown, I would discover new parts of myself, shed old fears, and return home changed in ways I couldn't yet imagine. I spent hours tracing the Amazon on maps, circling cities like Manaus, Salvador, and Rio. Each name felt like a promise, a story waiting to unfold. I planned routes, read guidebooks, and let my imagination run wild with possibilities. Each new fact fueled my excitement. I practiced Portuguese phrases late into the night, determined to greet the country in its own language. I packed with purpose, choosing each item for the adventures it represented: hiking boots for jungle trails, a journal for recording memories, a camera to capture fleeting moments. Every piece of gear was a symbol of hope and anticipation. I imagined the stories each would help me create, the challenges they would help me overcome, and the memories they would help me hold on to long after the journey ended. Leaving home, I felt excitement and nerves, but the urge to explore was stronger than fear. The airport buzzed with possibility, and as I waited at the gate, I realized I was stepping into a story I'd been writing in my mind for years. I knew I'd return changed. I would collect not just souvenirs, but new perspectives, friendships, and a deeper understanding of myself and the world. Adventure strips away the non-essential and reveals a stronger self. It tests your limits, challenges your beliefs, and rewards you with growth you never expected. In the heart of the unknown, you find out who you truly are. As the plane lifted off, I felt a profound sense of freedom. The world below grew smaller, and my dreams grew larger. I was leaving behind comfort, but gaining the promise of transformation. I was finally answering the call. Brazil awaited, and with every step, I was ready to embrace the unknown and let it change me forever. My first taste of Brazil's scale was the Amazon. Even from the plane, the sheer immensity of green below was overwhelming, a living, breathing ocean of trees stretching beyond the horizon in every direction. The Amazon is not just a forest, it's a world unto itself. A place where the boundaries between land, water, and sky blur into a single, endless expanse. Manaus, a city carved from jungle, felt like an island in a sea of green. Skyscrapers and busy streets seemed almost out of place, surrounded by the wild embrace of the rainforest. The city pulses with life, but it's the jungle that truly dominates, pressing in from all sides, reminding you that here, nature is always close. The rainforest stretched endlessly, alive and humbling. Every direction was a tapestry of green, layered with the sounds of unseen creatures. The air was thick with humidity and the scent of earth and leaves, a constant reminder of the vibrant life hidden within the shadows. From Manaus, I traveled by boat, the river our highway into the wild. The Amazon River, wide and powerful, carried us deeper into the heart of the jungle, its muddy waters reflecting the sky and the towering trees along its banks. Each bend in the river revealed new mysteries, new wonders waiting to be discovered. City sounds faded, replaced by monkeys, birds, and the river's rhythm. The calls of howler monkeys echoed through the canopy while colorful birds darted between branches. The gentle splash of water against the boat became our constant companion, a soothing soundtrack to our journey. Our guide, Marco, pointed out pink dolphins and sloths, teaching me the jungle's secrets. He seemed to know every sound, every movement in the trees, and shared stories of the animals and plants that call this place home. With each encounter, I realized how much there was to learn and how little I truly understood about this complex ecosystem. On foot, he showed me medicinal plants and the interconnectedness of all life here. Every leaf, every vine had a purpose. Some healed, some nourished, some protected. The forest was a living pharmacy, and Marco's knowledge was a bridge to understanding its wisdom. I began to see the jungle not as a chaotic tangle, but as a carefully balanced web of life. At night, we walked in darkness, surrounded by the invisible life of the Amazon. The air buzzed with insects, and the calls of nocturnal creatures filled the blackness. My senses sharpened, and every rustle or distant cry felt amplified, as if the jungle itself was breathing all around me. In that moment, I understood how small I was in this immense world. The forest dwarfed me, its ancient trees standing as silent witnesses to centuries of life and change. I felt both insignificant and deeply connected, a single thread in the vast tapestry of the Amazon. Awe and connection filled me. The Amazon's beauty was overwhelming, but so was its fragility. I realized how easily this balance could be lost, and how important it is to protect such places, not just for their wonder, but for the life they sustain. The Amazon was more than a place. It was a living, breathing force. Its rivers, trees, and creatures are all part of a vast, interconnected system that shapes the world far beyond its borders. To witness it firsthand was to feel the pulse of the planet itself. I left with a new respect for nature's power. The Amazon had changed me, opening my eyes to the wonders and challenges of the natural world. Its lessons would stay with me long after I returned home. In the darkness, I found a new kind of light within myself, a deeper understanding of my place in the world, and a renewed commitment to protect the wild places that still remain. After the Amazon's quiet, Rio was an explosion of energy. Granite mountains, golden beaches, and the Christ the Redeemer statue defined the city's skyline. From Sugarloaf Mountain, I saw a vibrant mosaic of life below. Copacabana and Ipanema were more than beaches. They were the city's living rooms. Samba music drifted from kiosks, and people gathered to play, relax, and connect. I learned to slow down and savor the moment. Visiting a favela with a local guide, I saw resilience, creativity, and pride. Lapa's nightlife drew me in, music, dancing, and spontaneous joy. A stranger pulled me into a samba circle. I let go and joined the dance. Under Rio's stars, I felt completely alive. That night, I learned to embrace spontaneity and never fear joining the dance. To know Brazil, you must taste it. Every meal was a discovery. Amazonian fish, acai, and cupuaçu, each bite a connection to the land. In Salvador, I tried acarajé, spicy, rich, and full of history. At a churrascaria, gaucho-style barbecue was a feast of abundance and community. But it was the daily rituals, pão de queijo, strong coffee, coconut water, brigadeiros, that became the soundtrack of my journey. Food was a universal language, a way to share joy and tell stories. Each flavor revealed Brazil's soul. Meals weren't just sustenance, they were memories. Through food, I felt a sense of belonging. Salvador felt like stepping into another world, the heart of Brazil's African heritage. Pelourinho's cobblestone streets pulsed with music and color. Drums echoed through the alleys, and musicians practiced in open doorways. I witnessed a candomblé ceremony, song, dance, and offerings honoring Orixás. The energy was electric, a testament to cultural resilience. Watching capoeira in a public square, I saw history disguised as dance. A mestre invited me to try. I was clumsy but filled with respect. Salvador's people radiated joy and pride, sharing their stories openly. The city's vibrancy was undeniable, its culture alive and powerful. Salvador taught me that culture is a living force, not just history. My time there was a lesson in honoring roots. The city's soul left a mark on mine. After Salvador, I ventured into the Pantanal, the world's largest tropical wetland. Open grasslands and rivers teemed with life capybaras, otters, caimans, and a riot of birds. I stayed on a fazenda, learning from pantaneros who lived in harmony with the land. Dawn rides, wildlife spotting, and listening for the hyacinth macaw became daily rituals. The ultimate encounter, a jaguar emerging from the grass, powerful and wild. Seeing her in her element was pure awe. The Pantanal was a paradise where nature ruled. Every moment was a reminder of the wild's beauty and fragility. That sacred encounter will stay with me forever. Brazil was my greatest teacher. From the moment I arrived, I felt the pulse of a country alive with color, rhythm, and soul. Every sunrise over Rio, every echo of samba in the streets, reminded me that life here was vibrant and unpredictable. I met people rich in family, laughter, and culture. True wealth beyond possessions. Their doors were always open, their tables always full, and their hearts always generous. I learned that joy is multiplied when shared, and that community is the foundation of happiness. I learned patience and to let go of control. Life in Brazil moved at its own pace. The gentle rhythm of daily life taught me to savor the present, to appreciate slow mornings and long conversations, and to find beauty in the unhurried moments. Embracing the flow brought freedom and unexpected joy. I discovered that sometimes the best memories are made when plans change and you simply follow where the day leads. Nature's beauty taught me about our responsibility to protect the planet. Standing beneath the towering trees of the Amazon, I felt both awe and humility, realizing how small we are in the grand scheme of things. Seeing the Amazon and Pantanal firsthand made conservation personal. The vibrant wildlife, the endless rivers, and the delicate balance of these ecosystems inspired me to think deeply about my own impact on the world. The most profound lesson was about human connection. In Brazil, I found friendships that crossed borders and backgrounds, built on shared experiences and open hearts. Kindness and warmth transcended language and culture. Even when words failed, a smile or a gesture spoke volumes, reminding me that compassion is a universal language. We are more alike than different, sharing the same hopes and dreams. Whether celebrating a festival or playing soccer on the beach, I saw the same spark of joy and hope in every face. This journey broke down walls and built bridges of understanding. I realized that travel isn't just about seeing new places, but about connecting with people and growing in empathy. Brazil showed me the world is beautiful, not scary. Each day brought new wonders, and every encounter reminded me that kindness exists everywhere. The lessons I learned will guide me always. I carry them with me, etched into my heart and shaping the way I see the world. Under the Southern Cross, I found a new way to see the world, one filled with hope, gratitude, and a deeper understanding of what truly matters. Looking back, I see how much Brazil changed me. I was cautious and reserved. The journey cracked me open. Facing fears, navigating jungles and cities, and connecting with strangers built a new confidence. Small moments, smiles, laughter, sunsets reshaped my perspective. I returned home more open, curious, and compassionate. The adventure taught me empathy and broadened my view of life. Brazil gave me memories and a fire for exploration. The person who returned was braver and more alive. Adventure doesn't just show you the world, it shows you who you can be. That is the true power of travel. My journey through Brazil ended, but the real adventure continues within me. The memories and lessons shape my life every day. Brazil is now part of my story, fueling my thirst to explore more. The world is a book. Don't read just one page. My adventure in Brazil was a beginning, not an end. If you hear the call of a distant land, listen. The world is waiting to change you in ways you can't imagine. Take that first step. Your own epic adventure awaits. Thank you for sharing in my journey. The journey never truly ends. Let's keep exploring together.